Yo, what's good? It's your boy Tone, man. We back. Roll one, smoke one with your boy, man. Just sitting here, chilling. My 11 o'clock canceled, man. So I got a couple of minutes before my next one show up. Man, what's been up with y'all, man? How y'all mind been treating y'all, man? How your mind been treating you, man? I'm gonna be honest with you this week, man. I've been battling my mind, man. Dealing with a lot of ideas that I have accepted and concepts that I believed in, and just trying to break those down and see them for the truth that they are. You feel what I'm saying? But man, yeah, it's been real in some aspects, you know what I'm saying? But it's truly difficult for the self or for God. It's really only difficult for the person, for the ego. And that's what it's all about, getting out of that for real, man. And coming back into your true place, man. Because, man, we get out here in the ego and the mind, and man, we cause a little bit of havoc, cause a little disruption. Seemingly disruption, but and disruption could be good. I'm not saying that, disruption ain't bad, because sometimes you gotta disrupt the old norms and, the old habits. Sometimes those need to be disrupted and tore down to a certain extent, man. And so that's a good destruction, man. And you gotta allow that to take place. It's just not pretty. It's not. Doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? But it's one thing that we all seem to have to face and go through and transcend and rise above. You know what I mean? And I believe, every day, grace allows us the opportunity to overcome this so-called world, our thoughts and our feelings, and to rise above that, and to really dwell in the presence of God, you know what I mean? But it's only when you come out of the presence of God in person and you start walking around in this physical world, man. It's a little rough, man. It can get a little hectic, man. You can feel a little turbulence, you know what I mean? You're shaky. But that's okay, though, you know what I mean? Because you're shaking up, like I said, that the societal norms and the customs of man and the ways of thinking thought, man. You're shaking that, and that has to be disturbed. It has to be disrupted, so you can find yourself in a more sure place of standing, a more truer place of standing, you know what I mean? And that comes with a certain amount of understanding, if you will, and knowing who you are. I like to say, in God, as God created you to be, and being that, and knowing that you are that, and truly recognizing what that is. As yourself, because like I said, you're only recognizing what God created, you know what I mean? Coming to a truer recognition of that within yourself, as yourself, and moving from that sense and that being in that place, and the world won't be so troublesome. You won't have so many quote unquote, like I say, seemingly destructive things going on, man. It's really not that bad out here. It's really all good. But you can only admit and say these things when you recognize your place and realizing that God, since God isn't a respecter of man, when you recognize your place, you recognize almost instantaneously the place of everything and everyone else. And that place is beautiful, man. The place where we actually dwell in God is I can't even. Is not to speak about it. I really just find it within yourselves, the urge or the sense to go to this place, the place where you naturally dwell at. Find yourself there, man. Continue to seek that place. Stay in your word, stay in your meditation, stay prayed up, whatever it takes to keep you contemplating on the things of God, to keep you shored and anchored in the knowing that comes with knowing your place in God, the authority that you have, the power that you have, for real, when knowing the place in which you dwell. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my thoughts right now, man. That's where I'm at with it, man. Recognizing and knowing and being in that place, man. I know, coming from ego, coming from person in the flesh, and for so long, it's not something that, if you will, happens overnight. But upon recognition of that which is truly, that which truly is, that isn't a concept, that isn't a thought, that's before all of these things, recognizing that and knowing that place within yourself and remaining there and knowing that in others and everything is where your peace is at. It's where your happiness is at. That's where your joy is at, man. It's not out here. No joy is out here. No love is out here, man. You see what's out here, man. So we have to go to that place within ourselves where God dwells, and bring what's there out here. And that's where the love is. That's where the joy is. That's where the happiness is. That's where the peace. That's where the grace. That's where all of these things are. And we have to bring that here from heaven to earth and manifest that out here in the world, so they can recognize the light within themselves as they see you manifesting these things and flowering and being that sweet smelling aroma to God, and really offering yourself, your ego, your flesh, how you want things to go, how you think they should go, letting that go, and you then instantaneously you become a sweet smelling aroma to God, and to other people and to other things as well. You know what I mean? And that's the ultimate goal, man. That unity, that love, and that patience and that grace to allow people to grow and allow people to develop, and taking joy in that, and because you took joy in yourself coming into this place, when you recognize where you at after all you've been through, you realize these were those things. That's what you can call grace. The so-called turbulence, the so-called shaking. This is what you can call grace, that brings you back into yourself, man. And yeah, man, I would just encourage people to, if their mind ain't serving them, if their mind ain't treating them well, to recognize their true place and begin to speak from there. And that mind will start acting right, for sure. You begin to speak with some authority now, some oomph with your chest. You know what I'm saying? And that mind and that enemy, it has to bow out, man. It has to bow down and flee. The more you cling to this, the more that has to bow out. That's why the Bible says, draw nigh unto me, and I will draw nigh unto you. And all these other things will flee from you, man. They can't stand in this place, man. This is the holiest of holies, man. Enter in. You feel what I'm saying? And be there and dwell here and remain here, man. Because this is where everything is. This is where life is. This is where joy is. This is where everything that you want or ever could even imagine you wanted is here. All your desires are here. That's why it gives you the desires of your heart. Everything you want is here. It's right here. And until you come into the full recognition of that, you'll constantly feel like you're missing it, that you got to go out and you got to search and you got to do. But this level of thinking leads to worry and fear and disbelief and anxiousness and stress, and these are things that are of the world, and if you cling to these things, they will most certainly destroy you, seemingly. You know what I mean? They'll keep you just in a very dark, narrow, I don't even say narrow, but just small space. It'll keep you confined, and we want to break out of these things. The Bible says when you know the truth, you are made free, and we want to free you, and the only way to free you is for you to realize that, wait a minute, I was never bound, and it was only a lie that I believed from the enemy. And the moment you stop believing that lie and realize you are truly free, and recognize your true dwelling place, recognize what you are, man, I'm telling you, you bring that kingdom here. So y'all be blessed and y'all be cool, because my 12 o'clock is here. Stay warm, stay high, stay elevated.